Welcome to the Hair Metal Guru. My name is Anthony. They call me the Guru, and I'm wearing a Kiss tank top. And just a kind of a special episode. I recorded some more of the stuff that is framed in my garage. I'm gonna release this to my members, the subscribers first before I release it to the public. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep you on here too much longer. The video is, I think, about 16 or 17 minutes. I only go through 3 totes, but some pretty epic frame stuff in this. So without further ado, here you go. Some frame stuff in my garage. Hey, thank you everyone for your support. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to start going through some of these totes, and I'm going to start with, I know that this, I wish I could tell you that everything was all super organized, but it's not, because I'm not very organized. But I know this tote has a bunch of hair metal stuff. So what do we got here? It's from a BAM magazine, Bay Area Music, and it's an ad for a Babylon AD concert. I don't know where at the Roxy. So if you need to stop, pause, obviously. Here's remember, everything's original, so I always point that out because I don't want people thinking that I would duplicate or copy anything. I would never do that. This is for the Elder. Ooh, that's kind of epic. Kiss the Elder. Here we got Bon Jovi, New Jersey. These are all 11 by 14 inches. Probably came mainly from Billboard magazine ads. Poison, Flesh and Blood. What does it say? Worldwide sales, 2 top 5 singles, 3 videos, blah, blah, blah. Little crack in there. God, Skid Row had some good ads, but they also had some shit. This is for the debut. Rock and Roll just got a little bit shinier. What the fuck is that all about? The double platinum debut album featuring the top 10 gold single. Like, look, it's all brown and shit. Like, that has nothing to do with Skid Row. I want to see the fucking red logo and some black. Anyway, there's the band. So, whatever. Love that album. Love the band. This is epic. I know this came from a Billboard. Here's for Love Hates, Blackout in the Red Room. Why do you think we're telling you? Blah, blah, blah. Here, go ahead and pause that if you want to read that. But Love Hate, Blackout in the Red Room. What do we got here? Poison for Look What the Cat Dragged In. See Poison. See, now this is when Poison was small. See Poison live November 5th and 6th at the Stone. That was just a club in San Francisco. So this is, I think, before Look What the Cat Dragged In blew up. Underrated 80s band and album. Helix, Wild in the Streets. Great album. Here we got Charlie! 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 Come here! Come here, Charlie! Sorry! Come on! Sorry about that. You're so naughty. Don't do that. You're not tough. You're gonna go over there, that guy's gonna fuck you. Which maybe is what you were going for. You stay here, because you live here. Okay. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty. Ooh, here we got Rats Dancing Undercover. Is that from 86? For Def Leppard. The only artist to ever sell 7 million records back to back. Obviously, Charlie, stay here. Obviously, both albums went over 10 million. Here we got one for the debut album from Extreme. It's got some concert dates, some little blurbs about things happening with the album. Twisted Sisters, Come Out and Play. And this is the album after Stay Hungry, and the first single was Leader of the Pack. Man, we talked about that in an episode of Band Mistakes. Like, that as the first single was not a good idea. I think the album may have gone platinum, but it also signaled the end of Twisted Sister. Here we got one for Scorpion's Crazy World. Includes the blistering hit, Tease Me, Please Me. No one needs to know. Got a little blurb down there, produced by Keith Olsen, blah, blah, blah. Underrated album in the AC/DC discography, Fly on the Wall. Here, feel free to pause if you want to read all that shit. Here we got one for Judas Priest, British Steel. The new album from Judas Priest, the band that takes heavy metal all the way to the hilt and then some. And we got some tour dates down there. Let's see if they played your town. Here, I wish this wasn't black and white. So this is early Striper for the Soldiers Under Command album. It's got tour dates. Fuck, you never see like Fargo, though there is Minneapolis. That's about as close as a lot of bands would get. Tour dates, early Striper. Autograph for the album That's the Stuff. I think this is the album after Sign In Please that had Turn Up the Radio. It includes the first hit single Blondes in Black Cars. So some autograph. This is for Poisons. Oh, my arms are getting sore. Power to the People. See them on tour. Now, Poison used to come to Fargo all the time. Let's see if they played Fargo on this run. And I'm not seeing anything yet. Nope. I guess not, but they played Fargo a lot. Anyway, I didn't really like this album. It was mainly live with a few new songs, though. It did have my favorite CC DeVille song and one of my favorite lyrics on a Poison song. It was called I Hate Every Bone in Your Body But Mine. Poetic genius. The first cassette I ever bought with my own money, Honeymoon Suite, The Big Prize. I still love that album. Feel It Again, What Does It Take? Man, there was some great shit from this Canadian band. Thank you, Canada. Here we got one for Europe for the Final Countdown. And this is kind of advertising that it went platinum. Here we got all the band members. We got tour dates. And so some early Europe. Here's another kick-ass ad for Wasp, The Last Command, featuring the trailblazing cut, Blind in Texas. Here we got something for Van Halen from 5150. Here we go, Van Halen fans. Here we got Firehouse for their second album, Hold Your Fire. Kind of a cool cover, or kind of a cool ad. I like that cover. Featuring the first single and video, Reach for the Sky, on tour with Tesla. That would have been a good show. Here we got for Kiss, Asylum and tour dates. Let's see if they played your town. Well, they certainly didn't play Fargo back then. Here we got one for Metallica's The Black Album when it went over 5 times platinum. Very cool. I really do love that album. Here we got Faster Pussycats Whipped. The Thrill of Gargantuan Guitars. This album was, it came out in 92, so the sales weren't great. I loved the song Nonstop to Nowhere. Jack the Bastard was really good too. Here we got one for Wingers, In the Heart of the Young. Big album. Can't Get Enough, Miles Away. Really cool. Here we got for Kisses. Charlie! Son of a bitch. Charlie! Stay. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good girl. Stay, you live here. Come on, you're going to be very famous on YouTube, but you're being so naughty today. Okay. Kiss, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits surprisingly went double platinum when I think this came out 88. Here we got for White Lion's Pride, signaling that it went platinum. Great freaking album. Here we got one for David Lee Roth's Crazy from the Heat. Check that out. Oh, everybody knows I fucking love Loverboy, so here's for Loverboy, loving every minute of it. That title track is a kick-ass song. See if they played your town. They certainly, I don't think they... I have seen Loverboy live. Ooh, they played Duluth, and they played South Dakota. You played South Dakota, and you didn't even play North Dakota? Assholes. Oh, apparently I got 2 of Wild in the Streets. This is for the Faster Pussycat debut. I think I got this from a BAM, Bay Area Music magazine. How the Fur is Gonna Fly. Faster Pussycat is on the prowl. Sassy, sexy, spitting fire and kicking ass. So, great album. We got one for Tora Tora. Is that self-titled? Shit. Oh, Surprise Attack, obviously. With tour dates. And, over 200,000 sold. See, this album sold pretty well. Walking Shoes was not a huge hit, but it got some airplay. This is for the first Firehouse album. Firehouse Platinum Plus. Feel free to read that. I'm not going to read it. Pause it if you want to. Some shit here, okay. Firehouse. I liked... Charlie! I liked Firehouse. I wasn't like a huge, it was good stuff. Charlie! Oh, well, you want her? Just kidding. She can go over there if you want. Extreme Porno Graffiti, the follow-up to their 250,000 selling debut album. Feel free to pause that and read all that shit. There you go. That's the one with More Than Words. I hate that song, but big album. And Extreme is so much more than words. Rough Cut, A Cut Above, featuring the hit Never Gonna Die. I think, is that from 85? What else? Ooh, I love this album. White Lion's Main Attraction. Maybe my favorite White Lion album. Great album. What do we got here? Alice Cooper, Hey Stupid. Criminally underrated. After Trash, this album kind of bombed, but it was fucking great. I don't know that the first single was the best choice, but... And we got Lita Ford. Is this still... Oh, Dangerous Curves. Some blurbs about the album. So, Lita Ford. I don't know why this one's almost empty. I was kind of reorganizing. Here's one for Extreme. 3 sides to every story. This is kind of a shitty ad. I mean, I wish I would have come up with something better, but for Cinderella's Long Cold Winter going platinum. Here we got one for Judas Priest, Painkiller. Can you read that? I'm not going to read all that. Okay. Megadeth, So Far So Good. So What? Here we go. On tour with Dio. That would have been a hell of a show to see. Everyone knows I love Night Ranger. The album Big Life, The Secret of My Success. This was like the last Night Ranger album to do anything really. Here we got Aerosmith Pump. Over 6 million sold. Billboard Top 10 album for 29 weeks. Wow. That was a huge album. Here we got something for Stryper, In God We Trust. Damn Yankees. Ooh, shit. Don't Tread. Great album. Judas Priest, Turbo. Feel free to pause and read that shit. Apparently I have 2 of these. Bullet Boys, Freak Show. Just framed that last night. We've been expecting you. I love this album. I love Driving and Crying, but especially this album, Fly Me Courageous. Feel free to check out the tour dates. Man, that's a great album. And the title track is great, but there's a lot more that's awesome on that. For the movie Light of Day with Joan Jett and Michael J. Fox. Feel free to read that stuff. Not a bad rock and roll movie. David Lee Roth's Skyscraper. I love this album. Shaw Blades, Hallucination. Geez, some really cool Beatles-esque stuff on this album. It came out in 1995, so obviously it was fucked from the beginning. April Wine. What album is this for? Walking Through the Fire? Or is that what the album's called? Anyway, obviously I'm not an expert on April Wine, but I do like April Wine. When you buy the album, make sure there's a record inside. This time April Wine is going to be a bitch to contain. April Wine. All right. I don't know how much more I'm gonna. These are small. I think this is gonna be it. Here's from Tommy Bolin. That was in Deep Purple. What else do we got here? Oh, Michael Jackson. Don't tell anybody. Kiss Alive 2. It's got a date on it. September 22nd, 1977. Alive 2 is coming. Let's see. Gordon Lightfoot, Bruce Springsteen, The Rolling Stones, Tattoo You, ZZ Top, Trace Hombres. I'm going to do these quick. Pink Floyd, Adam Hart, Mother. I love Tom Petty, Long After Dark. ELO. This is a Bo Diddley advertising for the Scotch Cuddy Sark. I hate black. I wish I went to frame some of this black and white shit, but here's an ad for the movie Sid and Nancy. Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols. Here we got Rush. Rush's new chart-busting album is called All the World's a Stage. Is this? It's like from 76, I think. Here we got Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor. Some dog hair, looks like. From September 20th, 1979. Here's another one for Alive 2. For the solo albums. The 4-pack from November 16th, 1978. And we got one for Cheap Tricks, All Shook Up. And I think I'm going to pause for right now because my arms are getting tired of holding this phone and all these fucking frames. So there's 3 totes that we went through, and there's a shit ton left. So we'll be back. Thank you.